Everyone who asks Allah for something hope that your prayer will be answered. And that's why we keep on asking and asking, because we have hope that Allah will answer to our prayer. Most of us who are disregarding this sin, the only thing that can stop our dua from being answered by Allah is because of the sin that we commit every day. And most of us who are disregarding this sin should ponder over the hadith of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam concerning the acceptance of dua. He described the believer who portray all the outward signs conducive to his dua becoming acceptable. He is extremely troubled and distressed. He happened to be a traveler. He is sincerely calling out and pleading in his dua to Allah. However, this guy who is a traveler asking Allah for this and that felt that his dua was not answered by Allah. In the spite of having all the preconditions necessary for the dua, his efforts are in vain. He feels it. And that's why when he see a Prophet ﷺ, he asked the Prophet, how would his dua ever be accepted? He asked the Prophet, why my dua is not being answered? The Prophet said, how will his dua ever be accepted when his food is haram, his drink is haram, and he is being nurtured by haram things? This hadith apply equally to both the following types of sinner. Number one, those purchasing halal food and permissible clothing, but with income earned from haram sources, like gambling, extortion, riba. You purchase halal food, you purchase halal garment and the garment that cover your aura. But why Allah don't accept your prayer is because you purchase all these halal food from haram income. The second, those who earn halal income, now the opposite. You work hard, you get the halal income, but they spend it on purchasing and using haram food and clothing. You work in a halal factory, and now you have halal income, but you are purchasing food, haram food. What is haram food? Food that's haram ingredient. You purchase haram drink that intoxicate you. You purchase halal money with cigarette that will cause harm to you and cause harm to others. You use your money to purchase haram dress that do not cover your aura when you leave your house. What is going to happen? Will Allah respond to our prayer? Now we should be ever fearful of acquiring the fate and destiny of a person whose dua cannot be accepted. In other words, Allah's help is not with such a person. So can he ever enjoy peace and contentment when he asks Allah and Allah is not responding to your prayer? Why Allah respond to Prophet Ibrahim? Why Allah respond to the dua of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Why Allah respond to the prayer of all the Sahaba, our great Imam? Why our prayer is not be accepted by Allah is because we indulge ourselves in a lot of haram activities. Our eye is being used to watch haram movies. Our ear is being used to listen to haram words, gossiping, backbiting, music. We allow our heart to entertain all the haram thoughts, feeling bad to each other. We allow our mind to be corrupted. We allow our hand to hold haram things, shaking hands with people who are not your mahram. We allow all these things to happen in our life today. And then we used to raise our hand, oh Allah, accept my prayer. And this hand has been holding haram things and asking Allah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us, brothers and sisters. Ameen. And may Allah help us as a father who are growing in haram earning should reflect over their predicament. And if they still cannot take piety upon themselves, then at least they ought to consider the plight of their little innocent children. We must save their life. We must pray and ask Allah firstly, grant every Muslim the ability to recognize and know whether his rizqi is halal or not. And if it is haram, then we ask Allah to grant them the ability to abstain from it. And we believe that everybody, if you keep on asking Allah to help you and you help yourself, Allah is sure to help all of us. Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Allah said, He will not change the status of anybody until we are serious in changing ourselves. And if Ibrahim has shown us how your prayer can be answered by Allah, firstly you must submit yourself to Allah, obey Allah's command, and follow the teaching of Islam, and Allah will never break His promise. Like what the companions always feel when Allah's Messenger Prophet Muhammad informed them about what Allah said. They have no doubts about the saying of Allah, not like today. When Allah said to the people in the time of the Prophet, one of the ayah, وَمَا أَنْفَقْتُ مِنْ شَيْءٍ فَهُوَ يُخْلِفُهُ. O Muhammad, tell the people, the believer, whatever money that you spend in the cause of Allah, I, Allah, will replace it back for you. Ya Ibn Adam, unfiq alay, O children of Adam, spend in the cause of Allah, and I, Allah, will spend on you. And that's how the power of dua will come. When people believe that Allah is going to reward you, and you just do what Allah wants you to do, don't be stingy, don't be calculative. And this is the power of sadaqah. Any money that you spend for the cause of Allah, following the Quran, to uphold Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, Allah is sure to replace it back. And it's been proven from the time of the Prophet until today. Whoever spends their money for the sake of Allah, Quran and Sunnah, you will see, they will experience that Allah is always there to spend on them. They will never lose any penny, brothers and sisters. The same goes to our prayer. If you want our prayer to be accepted by Allah, if you want to feel the power of dua, you must try your best to do what Allah wants you to do first. And then you leave it to Allah. Allah knows what you want from you. You do for Allah, I will do for you, inshallah.